Hi guys, so if you remember from when I made the WWE Reviews or Donzo video, I had said that I was going to upload a video of me singing Made in the USA by Demi Lovato, because I am a Lovatic. It didn't really work out, guys. The chorus, literally, it got to the point where I almost lost my voice, and, I'm not playing with you at all. If you've heard the song, the notes she hits in the chorus are fairly high and very drawn out, and it was hurting my throat, so I gave up on the video. So that's why it's not up. So I decided to make another video. This is kind of a get to know Juicy Sparkles video where I'm just going to go through a couple of either or questions and then just random questions and give you guys my answers. And then if any of you have any questions you want to ask me, just ask me in the comment section below, and then I might make a future video like this. So, without further ado, I'm going to get into this. Okay, would I rather watch Star Wars or Star Trek? I would personally rather watch Star Trek. I've seen both. My family is Star Wars fanatics. I like Star Wars, but it's it doesn't go that much further than that. Do you know what I mean? So it's I love A New Hope. I really like Empire Strikes Back. God, what was the one? Out of the prequels, Revenge of the Sith, I think. I liked Revenge of the Sith, the 6th movie, and I liked the 5th movie. Sorry, not the 5th movie, guys, the 7th movie. I didn't like the first one out of the new movies, Phantom Menace. I didn't like that one. And Return of the Jedi is good. I don't know. I don't feel like it's as good as the other ones. So that's kind of my feelings on Star Wars, whereas with Star Trek, I love Star Trek. I have a lot of Voyager on DVD. I love Next Generation. That's my absolute favorite. I've seen those episodes again and again and again. I liked Enterprise. Deep Space Nine, I never really got that into. I'm going to be honest with you. I just never really got that into it. The original Star Trek, I haven't seen that much of it. So I would most definitely rather watch Star Trek. Okay, would I rather read on a Kindle or a paperback book? So there's a funny story with this one. This is the only reason that I even have a Kindle on my phone. This is The Rise and Fall of the Third Reich. This book is literally over 1,200 pages long. So I was completely against the Kindle, okay? I love YouTube. I love Twitter. You know, I used to have a blog. I have arthritis, guys, so it's a lot of the times it interferes with what I do online because I have to be careful to not overdo it because I still have to go to work every day. But the point of it is that when I read, I want to read a book. I want to read a paper book. I want to be able to fold the corners. So, whenever I read something interesting, maybe you can even see how many of these pages the corners are folded. Whenever I read a quote that's interesting, a line that's funny, a favorite scene, somebody says something interesting, I fold the corner. That's just a habit I have. So I know you can double tap. For me, I like books, okay? I like books. And for once, that's a time that I don't want to be staring at a screen. I don't want to be staring at my phone. I text message my fiance all the time. You know, I'm on Pinterest a lot. I'm on Tumblr a lot. If my arthritis wasn't being such a bitch, I'd be on Twitter all the time because I have a very active Twitter. You know what I mean? But it's when I read, I want to just read a book. This is what I'm reading right now. Robert A. Heinlein, Tunnel in the Sky. Point of the story is, I used to work fairly far away from my house. I was taking the train every day. I was lugging this 1,200-pound book onto the train every single day. And I already mentioned to you guys, I do have arthritis. So finally I was just I'm tired of this. This is ridiculous. Whether I carry it on my back or I carry it in my hands, it was actually hurting me at a point. So I was I'm just going to get the app. So I did. I got the app. I got a couple of books on it, but I still buy books at Barnes & Noble. You know what I mean? So for me, I prefer a paperback book. You know, I have Kindle, so for certain things, I'll hop on there and just buy it instead of getting in the car and driving to Barnes & Noble, but it's not going to replace a paperback book for me. It's not. Okay. Would I rather visit Europe or Mexico? I would rather visit Europe, and actually I have visited Europe. I've been to France and I've been to Belgium. So those are the two countries in Europe that I've been to. I've never been to Mexico. I don't really want to go. I guess there's Puerto Vallarta. I'm sorry, I just killed that. I never took Spanish in school. I took French and Japanese. Maybe I'd go there, or Cabo San Lucas. I mean, it's like, I don't know. I never had, like, an urge to go. And then I just hear some really, like, weird things. Like, the water is not sanitary at some places. Or, like, I've heard about, like, flying cockroaches and, like, weird shit. So I would definitely pick Europe over Mexico any day. Would I rather vacation in Hawaii or Alaska? Why? It's funny because my parents have been to both places for their anniversary trips. So they went on a cruise in Alaska where they did whale watching, and they got to see, like, the, you know, the ice glaciers and stuff like that. And then they went to a bunch of different islands in Hawaii. I'd rather go to Hawaii just because I've always wanted to go. And, like, when my parents went and I saw their pictures, like, it made me want to go more. But Alaska seems cool, too. Do you know what I mean? Like, the whale watching seemed like a lot of fun. I would love to go whale watching on the cruise they went on. So I'd want to go to both, but if I was to pick, I would pick Hawaii. I'd rather travel by plane, train, or automobile. Definitely not train. Like I was telling you, I took the train every day to work, and it was just fucking annoying. Like, you're just surrounded by people. Some of them are loud, some of them are rude, some of them are noisy, and it's like, I don't like that. Plane, I wouldn't say plane, because if there is a crash, you're much more likely to die, even though there are more car crashes. Like, you're much more likely to survive a car crash than a plane crash. I'd have to say automobile. Would I rather go to a comedy club or a dance club? I do not like dance clubs. I've been to one exactly once in my life. I didn't like it. I don't like having a scream to be heard over music. I felt it was obnoxious. I don't like being in environments where people are drinking and getting drunk and, like, grinding their butts into people's crotches. Like, I just didn't see the point. It seemed really like a desperate environment. It seemed very forced to me and very put on. It's not my scene at all. So I'd have to say a comedy club, which I've actually never been to before. So I'd rather watch TV or read a book. That there is no competition with that. I would rather read a book. I have this entire bag is full of books, and I'm not taking them out right now because it's too much of a pain in the ass, but I read all the time. I read constantly, so that is not even a competition. I don't channel surf. Like, if my TV is on, I am watching something specific. So if my TV is on, I'm watching Whodunit, or pretty much where I'm watching Castle. I do have Netflix, so don't get me wrong. Like, I watch my soaps. Like, I'm an All My Children and One Left to Live fan. But I don't just turn my TV on and say, I wonder what's on, right? So, like, I'm watching Raw or something. So I guess the point is, it's like, my TV's not on that much. Like, I watch Mike and Mike in the morning before work. I watch Raw on Mondays. You know, if I'm around on Friday night, yeah, I'll watch SmackDown if nothing else is going on. I watch Whodunit on Sundays. I watch Castle on Mondays. That's it. Other than that, I'm reading. So that's not even, like, a competition. Use Facebook or Twitter. I vastly prefer Twitter to Facebook. Facebook, honestly, I'm only on it to just keep in contact with former coworkers and my fiance's family. I don't really like Facebook that much. I don't. I just feel like it's pointless. On Twitter, like, I have a political Twitter, so it's very active, like, or it was, like I said before my arthritis got so bad. I tweet a lot. I interact with people a lot. Like, I don't really give a fuck about Facebook for the most part. I do like to check in. I'm not going to lie. Like, I check in everywhere. And, like, now they have a thing on Facebook where if you're listening to a CD or you're watching something, you can check into that and tag people. I do that all the time. But I don't go on my newsfeed like that, you know? Like, I don't know. I feel like it's not made for someone like me. Whereas Twitter, like I said, because there's a purpose behind my Twitter, I'm very, very active on it. I vastly prefer Twitter to Facebook. Okay, who would I want with me if I was stranded on a deserted island? My fiance, Eddie. That was simple. Enough said. What is my favorite memory? I have to say, when me and Eddie got engaged, there's actually a video of it on this channel if you go to the vlog playlist. But just to give you a quick overview, he took me on a scavenger hunt. I met him in college. That's where we met. And he took me on a scavenger hunt to like all these different locations that we hung out with and stuff like that, like while we were in school together. And then the last place where he, presented the ring, or gave me the ring, I should say, where he gave me my engagement ring, was actually the place where I met him for the first time. So it was very emotional. So yeah, that's my favorite memory. Who is my favorite author? Haruki Murakami. Sorry, I can't talk. Haruki Murakami is my favorite author. Haven't read this one yet. I've read Norwegian Wood, Dance Dance, Sputnik Sweetheart. This is one of my favorites by him. 1Q84. I'm forgetting some. I have a lot of Murakami novels. I'm sorry, like those are the ones I can think of off the top of my head. But he's amazing. So he's my favorite author. My favorite book is, let me grab it. Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep by Philip K. Dick. That is tied with, oh shit. Okay. That's tied with The Moon is a Harsh Mistress by Robert A. Heinlein. This is an amazing, amazing novel. This is my perfect day look like on my wedding day, because I just can't wait. I mean, me and Eddie were texting each other about that today. Like, there's just, like, so much anticipation we have and so much excitement, and we just talk about it a lot. Just, like, what that moment's going to be like, of me walking down the aisle towards him and him seeing me in my dress and everything else. So that's my perfect day, is marrying Eddie and spending the rest of my life with him. So, okay, what's the one thing that should be taught in school that isn't already? Budgeting. That's my answer. Like, actually how to make a budget, financial planning. I actually think that's a course that should be taught in high school to prepare people for the real world and for making and sticking to a budget. I think it's something that would help people not get thousands of dollars into credit card debt and everything else. So actually that's all the questions and the either or that I have. So like I said, if you have any questions for me, it could be anything in the world. Leave it in a comment to this video. If you want to do it either or, like how I started off the video, again, leave it in a comment below this video. And if I get enough of them, I'll make another video like this. And I will see you when I make the next video. Bye!